Welcome back to our next video. We are going to continue on with Fusion for right now. This is going to be a pretty quick video. Some of your websites, or at least some of the pages on some of your websites, may be utilizing the Fusion slider. And so I want to very quickly show you how to go ahead and use that. So, for example, on our test site, we're using the Fusion slider. We've got a little welcome message over it, a little button. You'll see, oops, I got two big K's there. So I want to edit this Fusion slider. And so I'm going to go ahead in here to our editing section, and I'm going to go to the Fusion slider, and I will see that I have add edit slides and add edit sliders. So these are two different things. We're going to tackle them both. So on our page, we have a slider, and this is basically a box that has some different slides in it. Sometimes that's one slide, like this case, or sometimes it's multiple slides, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 slides, doesn't really matter. So we can modify both our slider and our slides. So the first thing we're going to look at is actually our slider, which is right here, our landscape home. So this slider, you can see that I set this up, and I said I want it to be 100% of the width of the site. In other words, it spans from this left side all the way to this right side. And I said that I want it to be this tall. I don't remember what that was, 400 pixels, I think. So yeah, you'll see the height is 400 pixels. We could change this to whatever we want. We could change it to 500, 600, 450, doesn't really matter. And then we have lots of other options that we can choose. We've got some scrolling effects. We've got some navigation arrows and the sizes. We can choose to loop our slider, display it full screen, really whatever we want to. Many different options, okay, for our slider. How fast it goes, the animation speed, everything. So these are the different options for our slider, and like I said, we can continue to change that slider however we like. Okay. Secondly, we are going to modify the slide, which is in the slider, and we can say we've got this one right here, this landscape slide, and I spelled the word wrong. So we're going to go ahead and do some editing on this. And again, just so you can remember that, that's this slide right here. It's got a picture, then it's got a title. I chose the black background behind it to make it a little more readable. And it's got this subtitle, again, with the black background behind it, and then a button with a link that scrolls us down when we click on it to the section right here. So here's what we did for that slider. I'm going to close this page so I stop going to it. Here's what we did for the slider. So we selected background type is an image. Could have done a video or whatever. I selected the image. I've selected my content to be on the left. Here's my title, welcome. I chose to use the font size of H2 and the style. I could also adjust that font if I want to by setting a specific one there. Here is my color, and yes, I chose to have a background on there. The background color is just the default one of black right now. We can make it any color we wanted to. So again, same thing for our caption area. So again, this is our caption area where it says this is the tutorial site for the Kickstart Media here. So let's get rid of that double K there. And now we have fixed that and edited it. And then the last thing is down here, these buttons. We can choose to have a button if we want. We select full slider button, and it puts the button there. And I just use an anchor link of start for that link to that button. So we could put anything we wanted. If we wanted it to go to our news page, for example, we would just grab that URL and go ahead and paste that URL in there and then update that. And then now that button's going to go to that news page. So that's basically it. As always, update. That is how we modify our Fusion slider. Told you this was a short one. You should be good on the Fusion slider. And we will see you on the next video where we're going to talk about a bunch of other great editing tools